Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey guys, welcome back.
Joe here,
Kevin.
and we are back with one of our favorite shows,
Absolutely.
Mad Men.
Yeah, we are cranking right into season 3 here.
Yeah, we're flying through it.
Man, did we have some changes jumping between season 2 and season 3, which there was a time jump that cut out a lot of stuff we expected to see, right?
Yeah,
What happened with Doc Phillips and his little war with Don?
didn't see him.
Looks like he has probably been let go from
I
Sterling Cooper. I think he showed his cracks in his seams a little bit at
yeah,
the end of season 2 when he was being named president and lost it a little bit because he almost I think what happened was he almost cost the company Dawn.
yeah,
They got Dawn back, but I'm pretty sure that conversation was, "Hey Duck, one of the reasons we did this was to get Don Draper, and you almost ran him out the door. So
yeah.
we're going to go ahead and fire you and have uh,
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris, yeah. I'm trying to think of the character's name.
I'm not
Price?
sure.
I think Mr. Price, I
Maybe it's
think.
Price. I know that he's got the secretary, whose name I also forget, but they call him
Moneypenny,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have him take your job instead, is what it kind of looked like with what happened
You
there.
know what? I hope so. I'm
Yeah,
not a fan of Duck. However, I'm a little conflicted because I did want to see some resolution with his character. If we
right.
don't get any resolution and it's just his little freak out in the office and Don walks out all cool, that's cool too.
Don clearly won for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
Like we
satisfying enough,
like
I
we spent
guess.
the whole last season knowing that conflict was coming, and Don clearly
Yeah,
won. Now,
I don't have a contract.
I will say this, right? Yeah, right. It was such a mic drop scene.
Yeah,
Don is good at those.
he is.
I would not be surprised if even if that's the case, if we don't see Duck again at some point.
Yeah,
Kind of in the small world of advertising and everything. I would probably bet that we're going to see him come back.
yeah, we have to. I feel like it was a good resolution, like I said, but we have to have some final
Hmm.
resolution with his character.
Well, I mean, the show brought Glenn back, and I didn't think they would ever do that, right?
Glenn keeps coming back.
So, right, and he'd been gone for a full season.
Yeah,
So I would be really surprised if we don't get some of these characters. Like this is a very very artfully and masterfully done show that
it
is
is.
well thought out, well constructed. That I think this is the kind of show where a character can disappear for a season or two.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, well, I guess we've seen Glenn in all the seasons thus far.
Yeah, but mostly just in one and
Two.
end of two, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But he was gone for a good 10 episodes.
He was, and it's always when you least expect him to come back, so
Right.
it's almost comedic at this point. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder how long they're going to keep that out of our minds because they don't even mention him in the last
No.
episode. So I want to find out what happened there. Um,
We had Rachel Lincoln disappear for almost a season before she kind of popped back in as Dawn ran into her out
Yeah,
at dinner.
yeah,
So I mean, I'm just saying that like this show doesn't. This isn't the kind of show that feels the need to like cram a character in, run through its story arc, and then get rid of them
they don't
like
dwell
a
on characters.
like a less competent show would.
Yeah,
This show's like, don't worry, we know we are like a fine watch. We are
yeah.
plotted. We are structured well, and we plan way down the road
So
here.
they have their core characters,
Right.
obviously,
Mhm.
and then they kind of, they focus on them.
Right.
But I like how it's a rotating door of a supporting cast.
Mhm.
They come and they go, and they come and they go, and it kind of shows how time has passed.
Sure.
And I think we're in 1963 now,
Right. Mhm.
so we're headed to the mid 60s
Yeah, for
very,
sure.
very, very quickly. But yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to see if there's any contention between the Brits that are in the office now and the old guard at Sterling Cooper, so to
Sure.
speak, because they are still letting people go.
They are. Like the last episode was about them wrapping up their firings. Now I think they said they were kind of done.
Yes, but however, you have Pete and
Ken
Ken
Cosgrove. Yeah,
who are now kind of going at it a
they
little
are.
bit. A little. Well, Pete's definitely going at it for sure. So
I-
I want to
I-
see if that goes anywhere.
I think Ken is being completely sincere when he's like, I'm not going to fight with them because they want us to.
Ken seems like a good dude.
Yeah, he's just like whatever. I'm here to make money, and I just got a major promotion, and I'm happy.
I'm
So
happy about it. Exactly,
yeah.
yeah. And I guess they're splitting it three ways too, because Peggy's getting some of those accounts as well. Because
A little
like,
bit,
who
right.
are all these O's on here? Like Peggy Olson.
right, yeah,
So, yeah, obviously, guys, a fantastic show. We have no criticisms over here at all.
no,
This is certainly one of the stronger shows we're watching, if not the strongest or second
Yeah.
strongest. So,
yeah. The writing and the direction of the show is top notch for television.
yeah. So this is a good show just to like sit back and just let it take you over.
Right, yeah. This is the very definition of prestige television.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to go to welcome some new Patreon subscribers, guys? So Tim, Basie, Spring, and Benjamin Case. Thanks, guys, and welcome. We sincerely appreciate you being here, really.
Yeah, thank you guys. And for those of you watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you don't mind hitting that like button for us. Leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the new content we have coming your way.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see the full reaction to every episode of Mad Men, plus everything else we're watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page.
Yes.
We will find all kinds of great content, a lot of prestige television, a lot of comedy, and a few movies, including Patreon exclusive Succession, which we are getting towards the end of season 3 on.
Which is a nice pairing with Mad Men.
Yeah, actually, it is, isn't it? If you want to talk prestige television, boy, these two.
Wow.
I love this, but I'm not going to be able to play 1 second of sound here.
No, unfortunately. Yeah.
Right. For those of you watching on YouTube, this is the beauty of Anne-Margaret and
Bye Bye Birdie.
Bye Bye Birdie. Yep.
Aww.
I understand why. You like this, but it's not for you. I'm the one who'd be buying Patio.
You're not fat anymore.
Oh my God.
Soon we can get a girl who can match Anne Margaret's ability to be 25 and act 14.
Is that what she's doing?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Would you say that to me?
It's sexy, and it's what they want.
Clients don't always know what's best.
That's true. You know how much money it would probably cost Pepsi to get the rights just to use that song for a commercial?
Lord knows they have it.
That's true. It's Pepsi.
And people buy that stuff too. It works.
Right,
We're doing that today, even.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad did that Popcorners ad.
Right, that's true.
My great-great-grandfather, Silas Dykeman, would have turned his boat around if he had known that the city would one day be filled with crybabies.
Pete is good, man.
I don't think it's crazy to be attached to a Beaux-Arts masterpiece through which Teddy Roosevelt came and went.
I've met the opposition. I know crazy.
They're in Greece, Spain, because the Romans tore theirs all down.
Oh, he's
They
on the
took
side
apart
of the
Colosseum.
paper.
Do you have a problem, buddy? He's looking for an angle. You know those snide ad men you see in the movies? Right here.
Pete's doing a good job here
He
trying
is.
to keep this.
You have no problems with an atom plant on the East River, but this bothers you. We're going to have to talk to Don about this.
Yeah, you just blew it with a client.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What did you expect to happen?
So now BBDO has all of Campbell Soup.
Why didn't we have a meeting with them?
Perhaps I should drag Bert Peterson in and fire him again.
It's definitely side to side. Is that a boy or a girl? I'll call my mother.
God.
Princess Grace just swallowed a basketball.
They seem to be doing better, but I feel like it's not gonna be like that forever.
It's hard to tell because she's pregnant and moody, and I don't know if the moodiness is from the pregnancy or if it's from the fact that her marriage is crap. You know
She's
what I
so fed
mean?
up with Don. Yeah.
Right, yeah. She did not seem to be enjoying herself being in there.
Of course, I called William, and again, something's wrong.
Another stroke?
Gloria left him. I think William and Judy should bring him up this weekend.
Great.
Yeah.
Antiques.
It's spring break. It'll be nice for the kids.
Seeing her on my wedding day is gonna ruin it. She's young enough to be my sister. How does it look?
Sweetheart.
Brooks, thank God.
I mean, I get that. Yeah, I get it.
It's awkward all the way around. So yeah, I get it from all of them.
We went to Pat's Steaks. I got you half.
She made lunch, man.
I even got Gloria chicken parmesan.
Well, great. We'll mail it to her. She's in Boca Raton. She's not coming back.
Don't be a d-bag about it. Having worked in a nursing home, this is sad. This is
It
tough.
is. No, it is.
All we want to know is how we can help.
You're supposed to tell me.
Well, I've done all I can. Done.
Your concern over public opinion shows a guilty conscience. And what good is that serving you if what is to be done is already underway? PR people understand this, but they can never execute it. If you don't like what is being said, change the conversation.
Exactly. It's what he did with the cigarettes. You know,
Yes,
like
it
what's
is.
being said, change the conversation.
Nice callback.
Yeah.
If I were to come to you, I don't want that kid on my account. The communist, the radical.
I will handle it personally.
Good job, Don. That's why you want Don
He's the
Draper
best.
in your
He's the best.
on your staff, right?
Him and Roger.
That's why you fire Duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this place, the Parker home. It's midway between us and New Brunswick. I thought maybe we could sell our house. You know, that would give him enough to live on.
That's very generous.
Well, what do you want him to do?
Those homes are for people who don't have families, William.
He's a lonely old man and he's not well.
He's your father.
Then you take him
Be
in,
that
Betty.
as it may.
Yeah.
he needs care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sometimes it sucks, but he's out of it, and you need professional help sometimes.
You need doctors.
I get it was a different time period where you didn't do that, but sometimes they do need like 24-hour medical care.
I would say, yeah, man in his position needs to be in a home.
Yeah, he was pretty rough the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
It's so funny how she is. My father and her fought constantly. She never remembers that part.
Yeah, that's a thing too, right?
Yeah. Plus, there's the garden itself. Hotels, concerts, sports. This could mean 30 years of business.
They're not interested.
Oh my God.
You told me to go out and get this account. I did. I did my job. And now you're telling me it's all for nothing because you forgot to check with your boss first?
Yes.
Who's running this place? What is this?
It's Patio, the diet drink for Pepsi.
Yes. Everyone wants a drink that sounds like a floor.
You really haven't seen it? You see everything.
Right, yeah.
It's not about making women feel fat. This is, look how happy I am that I drink Patio.
He hates saying patio.
He does, doesn't he?
Peggy, I know you understand how this works. Men want her, women want to be her.
Even if that's true.
It is.
Yeah, she was singing the song.
Yeah.
He's right.
What would your father have to do for you to not want him at your wedding?
My father passed away.
There you go.
William says.
He's probably right.
William!
Yeah, Don.
We'll get the chicken in a minute.
He's dodging to save the day.
He's had a rough one, and he's
Yeah.
ready to have a fight.
You are going to support your father financially, and I am going to take him into my house. His house will remain untouched. We'll pretend that you did the right thing on your own.
My father.
And he's in my home.
You want him? You got him.
Wow. You know what? That's honestly big of Don. It really
That was
is.
huge because Don's like, whatever, he's moving in here, and that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, don't touch
That's
his
a
house.
because that is clearly not what Don wants.
No, not at all.
But he's going to do it for his wife, and and it ends up being the right thing.
That is the best thing he has done as a husband the entire run of the show.
It really is, and he's not going to get any credit for it either.
I think he's wearing on him. I really do. I think Betty's dad is kind of wearing on Don a little bit.
It might be. They hate each other, but he might respect him.
Uh-oh. Dad's confused, huh?
See, that's the thing, man. You have to worry about things like him burning your house down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like cooking in the kitchen or whatever.
The heat is on. We got to get rid of this stuff.
Oh.
You heard the sirens.
It's not
You
prohibition
got anything
anymore.
else
now.
around? Go flush it.
See? I mean, the brother was right. They are not equipped to do this.
I know.
I hope you can appreciate how hard the children have prepared in
It's
all
midsummer.
kinds of weather.
It's like midsummer. Yeah, Betty, watch your dad. He might jump off a cliff.
Right, seriously. Oh. Don like is what I'm seeing from the kid's teacher?
Context, Don. Where are you right now?
Right.
Cheese!
Don's
Oh.
too cool to say cheese.
That's nice.
It was nice.
Do you want to talk about Pampers?
What do you got?
I don't know why that got me. It's just kind of funny. You talk about Pampers?
Hopefully you're talking about the ad.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, my father-in-law wears one. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, that was interesting.
Well, it's like everyone went off and kind of had their own lives. I thought it was weird that Peggy, when she was out on her date with that guy, when it was really loud, she said, "My boss is my boss is terrible. Yeah, I work for a terrible person or whatever." I'm like, do you really feel that way about Dawn?
I don't know. Okay, yeah, I didn't catch that at first. But maybe I don't know. I think a lot of it is that she has a lot of her own ideas and she thinks she's right.
Sure.
But at the same time, like, she knows Dawn is right.
Yeah,
You know?
he's course corrected with her a lot.
He has.
But she's learned a lot from him too.
She
I
has.
feel like.
Maybe it's resentment. She's resentful because the fact that, like, he is right. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
I don't know what that's signaling. And that last shot's kind of interesting too. Like, I don't know why they did it that way.
The outside looking in shot
Yeah.
without really
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Because when he walks in, she's looking back at him. And
Right.
it's like, maybe that is hammering home the fact that she did say that he's terrible. But he's not.
I don't think
Especially
he's
at work.
terrible to her. At
all.
work, he's not.
Not
No.
the outside of work, he's not
Yeah,
terrible to her.
right.
You know, and she could be speaking to his character because she did cover for the whole Bobby Bartlett.
Yeah, she
thing,
knows.
you
She
know?
knows, right?
She knows him. I'm gonna be chewing on that one for a while though.
Why she thinks he's horrible. Yeah.
and the final shot too,
Right.
Because that is interesting. And also Don at the recital, kind of him touching the grass, him watching them frolic around, like, is that kind of signifying like this is youth, this is life. You know what I mean? Because he's
His
now
disconnect from it, right? Yeah.
and he's also dealing with someone who's at the end of their life.
He's definitely with his father-in-law for sure.
And I think he has a lot of empathy. I don't think he was like angry when he was dumping the bottles down the drain. I think he was more like, I feel sorry for this guy, and oh no, what are we in for? You know what I mean?
That's what I think. The second one, I thought it was like, oh man, we have stepped into it here.
This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
But he hasn't been rude to Gene necessarily.
No, he hasn't.
And he went and sat with him at the table and everything,
Right.
you know, and he made the joke with him. You know, you're an army man, Gene. You know, grab your socks and grab something. Drop your socks and grab something.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's going to be a really interesting dynamic going forward. And I'm sure I'm going to get emotional about it because, like I said, I've seen this a lot at nursing homes. You know?
Right.
And Betty's brother, we were kind of mixed on him in the last season. He was kind of smug and he was kind of like a little a-hole. But now it's like, yeah, this guy's not. He kind of sucks.
Well, I think he sucks because I think he is picking the bones a little early for sure. But at the same time, you have to give it to him that he was in an impossible situation.
He was.
I can't work full time and live in my house and take care of Dad in his house when he's got no help there. He won't accept any help.
He's been doing it.
And he's been doing it. Yeah, they live in different towns and all the responsibility's been on him forever. Right.
Far
Yeah,
away.
exactly.
He doesn't have a lot of help. And I don't think putting him in a home is the wrong answer either.
I don't either.
I
mean, homes were different back then, so it's hard to say. But
sure,
but he does
like a
need
Billy
care.
Madison situation,
Right?
Happy Gilmore situation,
right? But he does need constant care for sure.
He does need constant care, and is he going to get it there? I mean, Betty stays at home all the time, but she's also pregnant and she's dealing with 2 other kids.
But Don can't do it full time, and
no, he's barely there.
And I mean, we all know how this goes, right? He's at this stage right now, but he's just going to get worse. You know, you get worse all the way until the end. You just when you have that mental deterioration with age, you just get worse. So it's going to get harder and harder.
I think the right answer would have been like put him in a home, but the house stays. You don't touch the house.
Right. I think that part was fine. I think they said put him in a home halfway between both of them. No, put him in a home near one of them so one family can be there a lot.
A lot.
Not like we can both drive down on the weekends or whatever.
Like Betty said, she can't make that drive.
She can't make that drive to, was it Pennsylvania?
Yes.
I think it's Pennsylvania. I don't know why I think it's Pennsylvania. I could be wrong.
I think you're right, though. Regardless, it's far.
It's far, right. It's not a short drive.
3 hours or something like that.
3 hour drive,
You take
right.
that train. So yeah, it's tough, and I love that Don was like, for his wife, I'm going to do this for you.
Yeah,
you know,
he did.
We're going to take him
in. That was a completely unselfish move to make his wife feel better.
And I like that he's trying. He's trying to be a better husband. You know,
sure. But his trade off for that was also like, you guys get out. I don't need all of you here.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is fair.
Right. Right.
I think Betty's done with her brother too at this point.
It's like if I'm going to do this, you all just need to get out and let us get back to a smaller family again.
Yeah. And you know, this was more of a personal episode. It wasn't necessarily, you had a lot of the office stuff, obviously, with like, you know, the patio situation and you know, Paul kind of screwing the deal there.
Well, I think we also saw that we're heading towards we're going to have continuing problems between London and Sterling Cooper.
Yeah.
It's like that message coming in late of like, this isn't worth it to us. And like, well, you guys aren't seeing the big picture. That's how it is.
Why are you screwing us
now?
Right.
Yeah. Why are you messing with this?
We had Madison Square Garden.
Let us do. Yeah. There was going to be a big in with the World's Fair. And
we're curious about that. Like I said, we're not quite sure. Did this happen? Did Madison Square Garden take over Penn Station? Did they move Penn Station? Like, because I know Penn Station's still a thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it is or not.
I could have sworn it was. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
We're not clear.
We're not New Yorkers. We don't know if Penn Station's still there or not, like as a historical site or anything. But obviously Madison Square Garden happened. You know, we know that that went ahead. I just don't know where it is. I've not been to Madison Square Garden. I've been to New York twice, and I've never been to Madison Square Garden.
I haven't either.
And I've never been aware of Penn Station, if it's there or not. It's a big city.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So let us know.
We are ignorant Midwesterners who do not know if Penn Station is still there or not. I assumed it was.
But we want to know. So let us know. Please fill us in on all of that.
We're curious if Penn Station went down and was replaced by Madison Square Garden as just a historical side note.
Yeah.
Because this is a historical-based show. It's a historical drama. And we're kind of curious.
Do you think that going forward that Peggy is going to butt heads with Dawn.
I think they set up that she's going to become more adversarial for Dawn as her role expands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you're right. I do think that there's like going to be more contention.
A little resentment.
Well, I mean, when you look at where they are now from where they started, like remember the first episode? She was the secretary. She came on to him. He shot her down.
Yeah.
Told her to come back tomorrow and get your head on straight. And now we're
talking Pampers in the office.
Now she's he's given her the promotion.
She has an office right next to him.
It seems like she resents him for the fact that he's the one that's been promoting her, and like what she has for her career, she does owe to him.
She does owe to him. She's a very self-sufficient woman.
Right.
Who has gotten
very talented.
Very far on her own, but you're right.
She wouldn't have gotten there without Dawn.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think that's I don't
that
know
might be
why
part of the problem.
I don't know why that's bothering her though.
Because she knows it. I think she knows that she would, you know what I mean? She's always had the talent for sure. She's a smart girl. I don't think in the time period her career would have progressed quite like that is fast without Dawn's help.
So she's limited by her time.
She is limited by her time.
She wants independence and freedom, but she can't get that.
She can't. She is dependent on Dawn for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that seems to bother her. Yeah.
But
I mean, we'll see if it gets better or worse going forward. If they come to an understanding of like, because obviously it's mutually beneficial for both of them.
Yeah.
Right? She gets a career advancement because of Dawn. Dawn gets good work from her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she's earned it. She belongs there.
Still no mention of Doug. No reference, no mention.
Clearly they just fired him, but I really hope we get some more of that at some point.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See you guys.